Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zanika Marie and our dope discussions. We are joined today by a beautiful special guest by the name of my good sis. Yeah, that's her name, my good sis. Six, the goddess.
Hey,
Okay.
girl.
And we getting ready to go in tonight, y'all. Y'all just brace y'all little selves because we getting ready to lay down some laws and some groundwork. As y'all can see, me and my good sis, we got the camo ready because we're ready to go to war. Okay, we are ready to go to war, and let's just brace ourselves. So let me tell y'all something. I've had the luxury and the displeasure to see a lot of these females today come together for BS, right? I've noticed that a lot of us want to come together and support each other in a lot of the foolery and disgusting behaviors, ways, and actions, mentalities, and so on and so forth when it comes to each other. And me and my good sis, Six, the goddess, say, you know what, this some BS. Why is it that we can come together when it comes to, more specifically, Six, bashing Black men, not holding each other accountable? Whenever there's an opportunity that presents itself for us to come together in an attempt to uh, bring down men, to take away the accountability and responsibility, I've noticed that we will do that. But anything else, it's like, this bitch, I don't got nothing to do with her. I don't like her. But when it comes to escaping accountability, especially as it pertains to, once again, Black men, we are our sisters keepers then. We've been out here, Six. I've been noticing females out here calling hoes queens in an attempt to escape accountability. I've been noticing, my good sis, Six the goddess, females out here trying to say that it's not your fault for placing yourself in harm's way and going into territory that you know damn well you shouldn't have been in, all because, when it comes to men, we can do no wrong, and don't let that man be Black. But we're going to go into the different layers and levels with this conversation because I've noticed we will do anything to escape accountability no matter what. But I've noticed it amplified when it comes to escaping responsibility and accountability when it comes to dealing with Black men. But I'm
I'm
going to
ready
let
to
you go.
go in.
Go ahead.
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
So let me first say this. There is a myth. Somehow this myth got started that femininity and womanhood is not competitive. There's this myth that goes around that competition and being competitive is masculine. And though as women, we do not compete against men, I don't know why women think that we are not meant to compete amongst each other. Let me go ahead and say that. Now, what has happened, and I got to blame the fellas on this. I got to blame the fellas on this to an extent. Because the problem is, women have now said, you know what? We don't got to do shit. And y'all Negroes going to still give us some D, still give us some money. You still going to marry us. You still going to take us out to eat. You still going to do all this. Now, the women have come together to say, all right, ladies, listen. We ain't doing a goddamn thing. Okay. And if we all just decide that we are not going to compete, not be our best selves, that we're not going to grow, do better, these niggas can't do shit about it. Now, all of a sudden, women have found a way to join united and get along for that whack ass cause.
Oh,
So
okay.
now the women who can't compete, refuse to compete, they have created a term called pick me.
Oh, okay.
Pick me basically is a woman who doesn't mind competing because she can. So the women who cannot compete have decided, nope, we're going to make these men eat shiitake.
Shit.
And we refuse to have to compete. Yet we want them to compete. So what they do is then they hate on the women who say, hey, maybe we should not just be talking about what we need from the men without looking at what we're going to give in return. Maybe we shouldn't be fat as fuck. Maybe we should not be stuffing our face all damn day. Hey, maybe we should go to the gym. Maybe we should drink water. Maybe we should shut our goddamn mouth sometime. Now these women are like, shut up, pick me, goddamn it. I want to stay over here eating my rack of lamb and referring to my man as a provider instead of a human goddamn being. You bitches are fucking up the game. What? Now, what if men refer to us as their maid, my chef, or my maid, or my child birther? Now he's misogynist. Now he's chauvinistic. Don't you let a man refer to us as your house cleaner, as your sex slave. These hoes be so mad. But now we're all on the internet referring to men as bank accounts and providers while saying, you know what? We are not going to do anything in return. I don't know who told y'all that we don't have to compete, but we do. And the problem is, again, I got to blame the brothers. It's the weak ass men who allow it. Real men do not allow you to just do whatever you want to do. It doesn't fucking work like that.
At all.
Real men have rules, period. Real men are not just going to sit there and let you eat racks of lambs and continue to just feed you all day and not require anything. Real men have a lot to contribute, and in return, they have expectations of you back, period. Now that we have a few weak men that go and stick their D in women who refuse to compete, women who refuse to be their best selves, now we can't tell them anything. Do you realize that, D? That's why we can't tell them nothing. Because there's a man somewhere that's going to still fuck this bitch. And now, since they're still getting some dick and a few dollars, now they are good with that. And we can't make them change. When the truth is, the top tier, most quality men, there's this thing that go around, oh, all men have slept with a rat before. All men have slept with a woman that they're not proud of before. That's a lie. There are men who do have standards, and they are not sticking their penis in anybody who is just lazy and undisciplined. And I appreciate those brothers like that who they don't just eat shit and take what they can get. I appreciate the brothers who be like, oh, no, baby. Bad attitude, no D. You fat, no D. You lazy, no D. No protection, no provision. So as much as the women have become united to decide we're going to sit up here fat with synthetic wigs and racks of lamb and y'all going to like it, they were able to do that because the men have not come together and been like, no, we ain't going for it. I cannot stand when I see a man that got something going for himself and he's just over there shit eating. Like, sir, what are you doing? Men have really let go of their power. They don't understand their power. Y'all think that you got to eat whatever shit these women give you. No, you don't. So now I am tired of sisters like me and D, where we were talking about this earlier, D. I said, these women are upset because we are transparent. We don't try to be something that we're not. We don't sit around and just, Black women will sit like this with all their demons and all their faults just falling out of a closet. And they'd rather sit and be like, nope, ain't nothing in here. You don't see anything, as opposed to letting your bullshit come out and saying, fuck this, I need to do better. Let's do better. So now they want to come together and continue to ignore this elephant busting out the closet and then be hating on women like you and me who be like, we're going to go ahead and tell you the truth. At one point, we was on that bullshit.
Oh.
Okay? It was a point in time we was on that bullshit and we realized, well, damn, we need to do better. We need to step our game up. And that's okay. Now they so mad and they like, you fucking bitches. How dare you guys admit that we have things to work on? Don't y'all know that everything is these men's fault? And this birthed the term pick me. Pick me basically means a woman who does not mind being herself and competing. Because even once you get the man, if it's a man of any quality, you now need to compete to keep the man. Oh. But you got women that know how to make a man not sign a prenup and be stuck with her and then think that she can do whatever she want to do. Now y'all on the internet talk about pick me because me and Danica say stop eating so goddamn much. Because me and Danica say y'all fat as fuck. Me and Danica are in our 30s. If we are still this size, if we are still the same size we were in high school, anyone can fucking do it. We're not over here saying one thing and doing another. It's all checking out. No one over here pretends as though we're perfect and that we are without fault. What we're saying is, according to the women, all y'all saying that all these men are doing is sleeping with you and then ghosting you and lying to you and treating you like shit. And we're sitting here saying, listen, that should not be normalized as your experience. If we sit and we hear majority of women talk about how men are using them, abusing them, using them for sex, taking, that's not normal. And so when we sit here and say, hey, there's a way, and it's not necessarily all about the man, it's about you. Or aren't you tired of being used as a nut rag? Wouldn't you like a man that claim you and is actually happy with you? Wouldn't that be nice? Then when we do that, it's pick me. The only time, and women would rather die with their arteries clogged, with high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and eat, as opposed to saying, you know what? We do need to do better. You know what? We can't upgrade. And my thing is this. Let me say this once and for all. If you don't want to step your game up, if you don't want to do better, that is your prerogative. That is your right. But the only stipulation that come with that is that you are then not allowed to open your mouth whatsoever to complain about men, period. If you don't want to do better, fine. But that makes you totally null and void to be able to sit and point a finger and complain about what a man is or is not doing.
Drops mic literally, okay? Literally. She just dropped the mic literally, amen. Look here, my sis just went off. I couldn't. I tried to throw in the damn towel that I use with my pick me ass to clean up my damn dishes and wipe down my counters. I mean, not my dishes, y'all. But I tried to throw in the towel. Sis kept on snapping. And this is what I'm talking about, sis. You know, you have a lot of these females today, and again, not all of us, it's a good majority of us motherfuckers, okay, that are out here deflecting on every little thing. And like my good sis just said, it's because y'all don't want to compete, y'all don't want to step y'all damn game up, and y'all want everybody to hop on your bandwagon. That way you don't have to step your game up. That way you don't have to improve. See, we don't mind banding together in an attempt to slack the fuck off, is what my sis just said, right? And so when women come along, such as us, and we're holding you accountable, amen, now all of a sudden, like she said, we a pick me. Well, damn, bitch, head on over to Crown Head Nation, get your proud pick me shirt, because that's what the hell I'll be. If holding my sisters to a standard so that they can get the type of men that they are looking for, that they swear up and down, I need a provider, a protector, a leader, a teacher, a man that look good, a man that fuck me good, all that. If you're looking for that type of guy, all we're doing is trying to get you to a point to where you will step your game up enough to evolve enough in order to do so. You know, and what I love that you pointed out, Six, was the fact that we're not trying to hide our faults and flaws, things that we've done. And you have these dumbass females today that will try to flip scripts and hold what you have voluntarily exposed about yourself in an attempt to show them that, hey, I too was once where you were. And they'll hold that against you as an attempt to, again, deflect and steer away from accountability, to say, well, bitch, you did this and this happened to you and and it's like, girl, I exposed that about my damn self so that I can show you that I'm out here practicing what I'm preaching. I'm trying to tell you, look, I once was you. I once was in that position to where I was extremely masculine. And let's throw it out there. I proposed to my husband before he was my husband. And guess what he did? Check my dumb ass and said, bitch, go sit down. Okay, respectfully. Now he didn't call me no bitch or nothing like that. But I'm saying respectfully, he checked my ass and he was like, hell no. You know, I'm the man. You don't propose to me. And I told y'all this story when I was 21. I was very masculine. And, you know, I came across a real authentic masculine man. And I couldn't handle that. And I said, you know what? With my real nigga boss bitch ass, I'm getting ready to wife you up, nigga. I was like you, sis. I was out here trying to wife a grown ass masculine man, you know, because that's essentially what y'all trying to do out here is wipe a man up. You know, if I make all this money, then I'm gonna be able to choose my wife, is what y'all be out here saying. But see, I was actually out here, you know, on some real masculine energy, like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off the market. And my husband checked me about that shit. And he said, hell no. A man would not allow his woman to do that. He said, we're gonna move on my time, on my dime, when I'm ready, if I'm ever gonna be ready for your ass. Right. And he checked my ass and set my damn ass down for 5 whole years until he was ready to do some shit with me. All right, but then you got these females up today trying to use that and flip that. Well, the only reason why she got her husband is because she pressured him into marrying her. And so when she proposed to him, then he felt like he ain't have no other choice but to just deal with her. But see, us real women, we would never do no shit like that. Whole time, y'all out here carrying yourself exactly like that. At least I'm exposing myself, telling y'all, hey sis, I used to be a real women's too, just like y'all pathetic asses, and I had to get checked. I had to get corrected. Right? But y'all still walking around with that damn energy and then want to flip the ties around and use it against me for trying to tell you, like, hey, I was once masculine like you, right? And I had to get some checking and correcting. But y'all can't even do that. You got females out here.
And you know what? Ahead. And they sucking dick. And this is what the part that's killing me. They will sit and do all that. Oh, she did this for her husband and she did all. Meanwhile, they're sucking a new dick every 4 to 6 weeks or less.
Lord.
Like, shut up. Look what she had to do to get her husband. Sir, you're sucking dick. You're not sucking dick for a man where if you had a flat tire, he wouldn't even show up. You see what I'm saying? So that's my thing is, they talk all that junk, but never once are they talking junk about being celibate. Never once are they talk about how they're not sucking dick. How you gonna be out here sucking dick, having sex with these men who are not your man, and then talk about somebody else's relationship with their man? Honey, please stop. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to say that. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, seriously. But I say all of that to say that you have females out there trying to, you know, quote unquote expose you when it's some things that you've already volunteered to everybody to use as a teachable moment, as you know how far you've come and how far you've evolved, and they'll even try to use those things against you once again in an attempt to try to discredit what you're saying and discredit what you're doing. And it's like, no sis, when you peel back all that bullshit and you see it for what it is, what I'm saying is still the truth, right? Okay, so let's make it make sense, Six. Let's say the narrative that they have out there is true. And shout out to you, the breakdown, a woman's perspective, for your generous donation. I appreciate that. She says, they say, hey, beautiful ladies, continue being great. Salute. Thank you so much, Malevolent Elephant, for your donation as well. Thank you, Naran. Thank you, Mr. Bobby. He says, rejection for men and women is different since it's easier for women to get sex. Rejection for women is the dream guy that they can't keep. Working on your flaws for your type is a form of submission. You know, and anybody else gave a donation, I appreciate you guys as well. But what I'm trying to go with that is, and drive it home, is to say this. You know, we can learn from these things. We can evolve. We can grow. We can become better. Like, yeah, we can be at a particular point in our lives to where we were just like you. We were doing some of the same things that you guys were out here doing. But you have to evolve in order to get the type of men that you want. So, for example, to drive that point home, as far as, you know, you guys feeling like, okay, well, you know, she proposed to her husband. Let's just really drive that home, because I've been seeing it a lot around these YouTube streets as an attempt to discredit what I'm saying and what I'm doing. So let's say I actually did that. Let's say that I proposed to my husband. He felt trapped and he felt like he didn't have any other choice, and he just settled for me and was like, okay, well, I might as well, because I don't want to embarrass this bitch. She already did all of this. Let me go ahead and do it. Let's say I did that. Right? Well, I would still have to be, I gotta make this make sense. Let's throw that out.
What it comes down to is they don't know your husband. He's not a weak ass.
I gotta drive this home, sis. I gotta get this scenario correct. So if I did that, right? Let's say that I proposed to my husband and everything of that sort, right? Let's keep the scenario the same. I did that back in 2021, right? No, 2012, when I first met my husband. He checked me, he corrected me, he said, hell no, that's not what a man does. A man goes out of his way to make sure that he's proposing to his wife and he's doing X, Y, and Z for her. You know, that's what a man is supposed to do, you know? However, if I was not ready and willing to be corrected and checked, I would have never got to the point to where he did wife me up. So we can keep the scenario the same. Let's just keep it into context. In order for me to even get him to a point to where he did say, okay, now I'm ready. I feel like you're deserving of this. I feel like I can go ahead and make you my wife. I still had to be in alignment with him, right? So it's not a sense of, you know, you can just do what the hell you want to do and a man can just do what you want him to do. Like, no, you have to get in alignment. You have to be deserving. You have to show and prove yourself to that man in order for him to make that kind of commitment to you. And so I was throwing that out there to let you guys know, like, hey, I was in the same predicament as a lot of you ladies out there. I was very masculine. I was very aggressive. You know, I was very just in my dominating, dictating energy to where whatever I wanted, I felt like it should have went regardless. And I had to have a man say, hell no, it's not how it's going to go. And if you don't get your shit together, I'm going to go. And so I had to show and prove to my now husband that I was deserving enough to be a wife, let alone a damn fiance. So I don't like how you guys are, you know, twisting narratives in order to say, well, you know, she was out here being this quote unquote, she out here trying to be this pick me bitch, and whole time, you know, she had to pressure this nigga into marrying her. She had to pressure this nigga into being with her. No, I had to get in fucking alignment. Otherwise, he would have left a long time ago. It would have been no 3-year, 5-year, no year wait. He just would have bounced. So y'all really got to clean this shit up. Y'all will say and do anything to spin a narrative to deflect and escape accountability. What I'm saying is true. It reigns supreme. In order for me to get the type of husband that I have now, which is a provider, a protector, a leader, a teacher, a nurturer, a good ass man, I had to get in alignment with him, period. It was no exceptions to that shit. It's no way around it. You got to be a submissive woman. You got to be a nurturing woman. You got to be a loving woman, an understanding woman, a patient woman. You got to be ready and willing to allow a man to lead. Not even allow. A man just does that shit. But a lot of y'all just like, well, I ain't doing none of that for no man. Well, you're gonna have to, and that's why y'all don't have a man. Y'all got males that y'all just sleep around with because y'all don't want to fucking listen to the truth. I wouldn't have had no husband had I been listening to y'all. Go ahead, Six.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, they don't know your husband. You can't make a strong man do anything. Like,
shit.
It doesn't matter. My thing is not them trying to expose you for something you exposed about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's a teachable
if
moment.
The good sis don't already came through and said, listen, I did this wasn't right. She cannot make her husband do nothing. I don't know. See, y'all be so used to men who don't know who they are. Y'all be so used to thirsty, weak ass men that your brain cannot even comprehend a man that's not built that way.
Right.
Your brain, in your mind, your weak ass, dusty ass pussy can make a man do anything. That's not the way it works. It does not matter what happened prior. What matters is the type of guy he is. Once he married her, that was it. He married her because he wanted to. There is nothing that she did to make him do anything. This is the concept that women don't understand because so many men are so thirsty. The women can make the men pretty much do everything they want with sex and with lust and all that. They don't know, they don't understand that concept. Like, it would not matter what you said and did to that man. Like you said, that man was not gonna move until he was ready to move. So many black women either had no man in their life or a weak man in their life because we are such a matriarchal people. So we are so used to seeing our mothers wear the pants and boss niggas around that's all your mind can comprehend. You don't even know what it's like. You don't even know what it looked like to have a strong man where you as a woman, you want to humble yourself and submit to him. And if he says, baby, this the way we going, that you go. A lot of women just don't understand that. They are used to controlling men with sex and dealing with weak men who don't know who they are and don't have a mind on their own.
Right. And I was not dealing with no man like that. When I did that, and again, I was a young little girl, you know what I'm saying, on my boss bitch energy, you know what I mean? Like a lot of y'all females of the day. I'm just like, you know what? I really like him. Let me just go ahead and buy him a little ring or whatever and see what this be about, right? And then I got a rude ass awakening and a slap on my damn face. He was like, hell nah. He said, you stole that away from me. I was supposed to do that. But then you have females who want to twist narratives to once again say, oh, well, she don't know what she's talking about because of this. And I'm like, no, that was a teachable moment that I exposed to everybody to let you guys know, first and foremost, and I love that you pointed that out, Six, you can't make a man do shit that he does not want to do.
Period.
Right? And then on top of that, to let you guys know, like, there's roles. And you have to be the type of woman that he wants in order to make that type or kind of commitment in the first place. You can't make a man do anything, and you definitely cannot just be out here feeling like you can just boss somebody around and make them do what you want them to do for you. Like, it does not work like that. And we can't even say that without you ladies out there. I can't even call y'all ladies without you damn females out there calling us pick-me's, mammies, desperate whores. And I'm so sick of hearing this whole black male worship shit. That's so stupid, you guys. Like, that is so Six. I've had so many females come to me. Oh, she's just over here with this black male worshiping shit. She's just over here with this black male worshiping. Like, what? What? Well, what's so crazy? Huh?
I got a question. And I got a question. I have a question. Ahead. Why do they care?
Bitch, right.
I'm serious. No, I'm serious. Like, okay, when I first got on YouTube, my MO was I'm going to create my content, talk about what I want to talk about. I was never concerned about what someone else was doing. I never did videos in response to what another woman was saying. In my mind, I'm like, I don't want to discredit any woman's experience. If this woman over here, I would have people come to me all the time like, oh, you need to talk about this person and what they're saying on their channel. You need to talk about them. And I said, no, if that is her truth and her reality and what she has chosen for herself, and if she want to get on the internet and spew that over there, I mean, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I know what I'm doing on this side. But I'm so confused how we make content, general content for us as women in general, and you got all these women that come for us specifically. Why? Did y'all ever see us coming for y'all? We be on here speaking in general about our own terms. And y'all be so touched and so hurt because you know what we're saying is true. That when we speak in general, y'all got to come and speak at us kind of directly but indirectly. My thing is, why y'all care?
Right.
If what we saying is so wrong, and it's black male worshiping and it's pick me, why do it bother y'all? Like, why do it bother y'all so bad? Y'all will sit and attack anything you can. Oh, Danica proposed to her husband. Oh, Six a single mother. Y'all say all that, but what you don't say is that we don't look good. What you don't say is that we're not. Basically, they admit that we look good. They admit that we know how to treat a man and take care of a man. They admit that we know how to be in our. Y'all don't be saying that. Y'all don't be saying these bitches are ugly. You don't be saying that they don't know how to treat people. You don't say that. All y'all do is attack shit that ain't got nothing to do with anything. But I don't never see y'all attacking us as women because you can't. Because you know that we're on our game. You know for a fact that what we're saying is true. Deep down inside, you know it's true. That's why it bothers you so bad. You ain't never seen us be bothered about nothing y'all do on this internet talking, but y'all constantly coming for us and try to find anything that you can say possible to try to discredit what we say after you sit and reach to expose all this stuff that we've already exposed ourselves. After you do all that, we are still that girl and you're still not. After you do all that, you're still over there fat, bad body with a synthetic wig and your arm folded with racks of lamb. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, I could see if after they said all this, y'all were the better woman, but y'all sit over there doing all that and you still over there like Humpty Dumpty. And then we still over here being great, looking good, working out, eating right. I'm waiting for the day where after y'all talk all that shit, you be better and do better.
Oh, Lord.
Not y'all talking all that shit and then over there looking like a Viking dishwasher.
Oh, my gosh. Here she go, y'all.
I don't understand that. Like, okay, I be sitting there after they do all that. I just sit there like this. Oh, And then after you done doing all that, we still are who we are. After you finish doing all that, we still being great, looking damn good. We still got a man. We still know how to treat a man. Do y'all see any of our men on the internet complaining? No. So my thing is, if y'all gonna sit and do all that talking, be the better woman. Y'all do all that, then y'all still ugly and fat and mean. Then y'all mean. Pick a struggle. You cannot be fat, bald-headed, wigs on, eating entire racks of lamb, and then got the nerve to have a bad attitude. And because a weak-ass nigga gives you guys $20 and some dick, you think you doing better than somebody.
Moment of silence.
I ain't heard them call you ugly, D. I ain't heard them call me ugly. I ain't hear them say they don't look good. I ain't hear them say, well, damn, you know, they in their 30s, but damn, they body look better than the 20. I ain't hear y'all say that. You don't look better than us. We get money. Like, what do you want? Like, we are clearly winning. Like, come join the winning team. We not over here. You don't see us getting fucked and up and then getting on the internet complaining, talk about these men is broke and they're going to have sex with you and leave you. Do y'all see us experiencing that? No. So clearly what we're doing work. Y'all shit is not working. Y'all are over there fat, ugly. You have no hair. You have no edges. Your edges tell the truth. Where are they? Even your edges don't want to be dealing with you. Y'all come to where we got edges. Come to where we can look good in our real hair. Okay? If you're tired of all these bald-headed women with no edges and synthetic wigs and racks of lambs that need, if you're sick of that and you're sick of them dancing around in your music videos, come to Death Row. Everything over here speaks for itself. I'm so tired of this. I cannot believe that Black women would rather sit every day making videos about us and other women like us, sit on the internet every day searching, prowling, waiting for ways to complain about men would rather do all that than to just take that big ass wig off, than to just put down the rack of lamb, than to just go to the gym. Y'all will make an hour-long video about us. Go to the gym for an hour. Y'all have misplaced energy. If y'all was looking better than us, doing better than us, then maybe I would sit and want to hear about what you got to say.
Man.
But that's not the case whatsoever, and it don't make sense to me.
And like you said, since you keep on snapping, I don't know what's happening. But and it's so true though. Like you get all of that off your chest, and you still, got all of that on your chest and your gut, and your arms, and you know what I'm saying. So just calm it all down. And so like we're saying, like, we're not saying anything wrong, we're not doing anything wrong, you know what I mean? So why do we have to get laced with the pick me and black male worshiping and mammy? Like, why do we have to get labeled with that just from telling you guys what you need to do in order to secure you the type of men that you say that you want? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what the issue is. How is it black male worshiping? Let's take it there for a second, because this is something that I'm really getting a lot more heavy thrown at me lately. Okay, how is it black male worshiping when I'm just telling you to do things for, men in general? But I guess because I'm with a black man and I'm for black families, okay, we'll take that. You're going to have to apply the same things that I'm saying that you should be doing for your black man universally. So are you guys saying that you guys don't want to do what's necessary for a good man in general? Like, are you going to take those same energies over to other groups of men? And if you do, or if you don't rather, and you're trying to do what I'm telling you to do for those men, for the black men, are you essentially then worshiping white men or Asian men or Hispanic men? Like, I just don't understand it. It's what I'm trying to understand, how what we're saying is wrong when you have to do these things for all men, no matter where you go. Or are you guys just once again trying to escape accountability and responsibility of having to do that at all? Because I'm telling you, ladies, like, if you really have it in your mind that, you're never going to submit to a man, and you're never going to respect a man, you're never going to allow him to lead, you're never going to allow him to do what he's supposed to do as a man, what he's designed to do as the man, which is to guide you, correct you, teach you, then I'm sorry, but you're going to be stuck where you are, no matter where you go. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand what the issue is when what we're saying universally applies.
And matter of fact, other races of men damn sure don't play that shit
at all.
That's the part that be so funny to me. They so busy complaining about black men. Sweetie, listen, the way y'all be on this internet, fat and bald headed, talk bad about your man, honey. Other countries, especially like Asian countries, Indian countries, honey, they do not allow their women to get on the internet and disown them and talk bad about them like that, honey. They will damn near physically put their hands on you if you ever try to do that. Black women have never collectively, how black women have collectively decided that they're going to stay fat and bald-headed and that these niggas don't like it. Black women have never collectively said, you know what, let's try not even losing weight, just not getting big as fuck in general in the first place. Why don't we try getting smaller? Why don't we try, getting along a little bit better? Why don't we try humbling ourselves, being a little bit more realistic? Why don't we just give things a chance? Like, why don't we just try that? Black women have not even tried that. We've been fat for 2 generations and still sit here and say, oh my God, like, nothing is going to make it better. And then your solution is to sit and attack the women who say, hey, there is a better way. Your experience does not have to be what it is. Y'all women won't even try.
Won't even try.
Oh, that's not going to change anything. How do you know?
Exactly.
You have not. It's a defeatist attitude.
Yeah.
It's a defeatist attitude. You don't even want to put forth the effort to even remotely entertain the fact that there may be a better way, that there might be alternatives. It just goes straight to a negative attitude. Oh, no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And then you continue to have this cycle of negative experiences with men, because the man's mind works where it's like, okay, if this woman is not investing in herself, if she's not giving her best to her, I don't have to. Men are never going to give you more than what you give yourself. So when we tell you, hey sis, stop hiding your flaws, go ahead and put them out so that way you can heal from them. That way you can do better. Instead of you doing that, you attack women who know how to stand in their truth, who know how to admit, hey, we're not perfect, but we can do better. And that's what we were talking about earlier, Didi. I said the reason why they don't want to speak on their redemption stories, the reason why they don't want to admit, hey, at one point I was moving negatively. At this point, the reason why they don't want to admit that is because they're not doing better. They're still in that bad place. If you really had did better and you were in a better place, you would not be so hell-bent on just denying that your issues exist. You'd be happy to go ahead and face the issues because you know that you've grown, but you're still in the same place with the same body and the same wig. And that's why you refuse to say, hey, maybe I should go ahead and let this stuff out so that we can grow and we can do better. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah. Oh, I love that you hit on that. I mean, super facts, super facts, super facts. You know, and that's what they're so mad about. I really believe that's what makes them so upset, is the fact that, you know, they're still stuck where they were.
Yeah.
And so it really agitates them by us showing, or pretty much exposing the fact that, you know, we were like you, but then we had to do this in order to improve or get the results that we wanted or needed and desired. And they're like, well, they are obviously better than me or doing better than me because I'm still that same way. And so it's just like this mirror being held up to them, you know, that they're not where they need to be in life. And I feel like that's really what triggers them the most, is because, you know, I obviously have not improved. I haven't grown, you know? And so by them telling me, you know, the ways that they used to be, and I'm still that way, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah. And like I said, like I said earlier when I first started, like, we will do all of this as just this. I believe it's like a coping mechanism to help us feel better about, you know, not improving, not being, you know, where we need to be. And we will band together even as women, and we will defend the most scummy behavior. You know, we'll defend these females that are putting themselves in just the most terrible situations, just so that we can all have some sense of unity and feel as though, you know, I'm bad, but, you know, I feel better because we're all in this together, essentially. So let me cape for her, even though she's not doing well and she's not doing what she needs to do, you know. But, you know, as long as we stick together, we'll have some kind of comfort and we'll feel better about our situation. And that's trash. That's trash. And I've really noticed that we do that really badly when it comes to telling or you know, trying to teach other women, especially black women, about how we can do better with our men, with black men. But you can't even say that black men are our men and we're black women, you know. It's just silly shit like that. But, you know, it's like, oh well, we'll go to the end of the earth to protect a woman that we know is just like a piss poor example of a woman. But because we're defending her against a black man, and he can be in the right, oh well, it is what it is. No, she's a queen. She didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't her fault. It was his fault. You know, and I'm like, we cannot evolve and grow like that. Like, a lot of us, like you told me in the title, and I love that you helped me out with this title, Women Would Rather Die. Like, we would place each other in harm's way just to escape some kind of accountability, just to make us seem as though we're not as bad as the black men. You know, like, we'll do that. We'll say, oh no, it's okay for you to hit a grown ass man. he should just have enough restraint not to hit you back. Like, no, you don't go around hitting anybody. And we'll say, oh no, it's no, you like that. That's bull crap. And we'll honestly band together to defend that type of behavior just so we can say, oh, it wasn't the black woman's fault, it was the black man. Like, that's bullshit. See? And it's the kind of the kind of shit that I see out here. And then you have young girls listening to that, which is why I feel like it's so important for us to speak up. You have young girls out here listening to that, and they're like, okay, well, yeah, I should be able to just hit a grown-ass man and then him just take it on the chin. And she goes out there and do that and get her damn head knocked off.
Yeah.
So we're not even correcting each other. Like, it's imperative that we at least be honest with one another. If you're not going, like, at least be honest. We're already not taking accountability and responsibility. At least be honest about the consequences that you may face by not taking accountability.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
You know, I really, this is how women get to the point of where they self-sabotage. This is really what this come down to, D, is it's a self-sabotage thing. This is how this happens. And I teach my girls this all the time. You as a woman, and I like how you touched on this in the beginning, and you said, you know, these women think that they can accomplish and that they can pick the man. That mentality right there is what has led so many black women to this point of frustration where they now self-sabotage and purposely make themselves undesirable out of rebellion and retaliation. The guy that was interested in them, they were not interested in. And I don't mean this as in, oh, you went for the bad guy, not the good guy. I don't mean like that. What I mean is this. That guy who was 5'7" and was a mechanic at AutoZone that really liked you, you told yourself, no, I want the guy that's 6'5" with a 12-inch peen and makes $500,000. You told yourself that that's what you wanted. You were not in your I tell women all the time, do not sit and question about what kind of man can you get, how to get this kind of man. If the kind of, whatever kind of man is coming to you is the kind of man you can get. And so many women are in their masculine energy and have told themselves they want to pick a mate based upon looks. So they turn down the men who are checking for them, and then they push to pursue men that look good or whatever was tickling her fancy at the time. They get burned, and then instead of sitting back and saying, you know what? Wow, there was another guy who was definitely for me, but I was so in my masculine energy that I was not looking to say yes to him based upon his qualities that would make him a good partner or a good man. I said no because he didn't look the way I wanted him to, or his bedroom game isn't what I wanted it to be. So many women cannot accept that. As a woman, I know that you got these Nicki Minaj's and Lala Anthony's that tell you that you get to pick the man. You don't. And this is what it means to be in your feminine energy, where even when you may not agree with it, even when it may be a sacrifice in your eyes, that you are able to accept that you don't make the rules. This is how it goes. And not only do you accept it, but you learn how to be happy there. That is the role of a woman. You cannot have a bunch of chiefs and no Indians. That's not the way it works. In every single part of the world, this is how it goes for women. Here, as Black American women mostly, we all of a sudden think, no, we want to pick the man. It's what we say. This is what leads to the discontent, and entitlement breeds resentment. If more women would learn to go with the damn flow, you check for the man that check for you. I don't know who told you you get to pick the man. Y'all be on this internet all day trying to figure out how you can jig and finesse the kind of man that you desire. No. What are the kind of men that are coming for you? If rich men are coming for you, that's what you qualify for. If regular men that work at Frito-Lay are coming for you, that's what you qualify for. You never ever, as a woman, have to think, How do I go get the man I want? No, you need to look at the man that's checking for you. That tells you right there. I don't know why this concept is so difficult for women to understand. Then they have the nerve to get upset and blame everybody else when that's just what it is. Why can't you be happy with that? Especially when a man got to be happy with your regular ass.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You got problems. You might have, different traumas, abuse issues. Some of y'all have mental illness. Some of y'all schizophrenic, bipolar. Some of y'all suffer from bitter disorder. Some of y'all got hella issues. Some of y'all, and I'm sorry, been touched on. It's been so much baggage that a lot of you guys come with. And instead of you humbling yourself, women do not like to hear that you need to be humble. Instead of you humbling yourself and realizing, sweetie, you're a fixer-upper. You come with a lot of issues yourself. And when people cannot accept the issues in themselves, they cannot accept the issues in others. This is why you can be over here so fault-ridden, so imperfect. But because that you hate that about yourself, you have these standards for men that they can't make a mistake. They can't learn. They can't grow. They have to be perfect when you're not. This is why it's a problem. When you tell Black women, be humble, be realistic, they label that as settling. When the truth is, for about 80% of Black women, a man being with you is settling for him.
And that's all I be trying to say, sis. You just broke that all the way down. That's all I be trying to say. Like, sis, getting with you in and of itself is settling on a massive scale. No pun intended, on a massive scale. Like, stop it. Are you serious? But you want to come through like you're too good for somebody and all of that? You want somebody to come through and worship you? Come on now. Girls, please stop. And this is the issue. And I feel like it's very sad that a lot of women like us get attacked for pretty much speaking the obvious and speaking what works. You know what I mean? Speaking about that balance, those roles, what the requirements are. Like, I find that very ridiculous that they would come for us for telling them, what's necessary to get with any man.
Yep.
But we want to be able to, again, do what the hell we want to do, how we want to do it, and still get these miraculous results. And it just does not work that way. It doesn't. And I spoke on that too in my previous discussion. I was like, we want to be reckless hoes with no consequences and still get the cream of the crop when it comes to the men. Like, it doesn't work that way. And we can't even tell you guys that without you guys getting in your feelings and then trying to nitpick us apart and tell us what our faults and our flaws are. And it's just like, sis, at the end of the day, when you get done talking about my tattoos, my eyelashes, how I proposed to my husband when I was a masculine little girl like y'all are, as grown ass women, when you get done with that shit, and you gotta face the reality of the matter, it's still gonna remain the same, And so just do what's necessary. Why all this backlash? Why all of this, finger pointing and just trying to deflect? Why not just take accountability and responsibility and get the desired results? Like, I just don't understand that it could all be so simple. And like you said, Six, a lot of y'all have not even tried to do these things. So how do you know it doesn't work? How do you know that being submissive doesn't work if you've never done that for the proper man? Not a male that you're trying to build up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you guys. And then at the same time, like I said earlier, you're still going to have to turn around and do those same things for another man anyway. And Black men, just to be honest, since I'm a Black male worshiping mammy pick me bitch, let me just go ahead and throw this out there. Black men, they are a lot more lenient with these things than those other groups of men. And that's what my sister Six was saying earlier. Like, Black men, they're going to be the ones that will tolerate your attitude more. They're going to be the ones that tolerate you being a little bit overweight more. You being, you know what I mean? And your masculine energy more. Like, again, I speak from my personal experience. When I met my husband, I was very masculine, you guys. Absolutely. A lot of you guys will say I still am. But when it comes to these damn roles, I'm not, bitch. Okay, let me get that correct. I still know my place. Right? And so, like, he worked with me and he corrected a lot of those things, but I had to be receptive to it. Otherwise, I would have, once again, I would have never been with him in the first place had I not been receptive to the correcting. And like I said, black men, they're a lot more lenient. So my husband, although he is a very masculine man, no nonsense and all of that, he still was like, okay, she's a sister. Let me just give her a little bit of time and patience to correct these things. If all the spells and I don't see any improvements, then I gotta let her go. Black men will do that. These other groups of men, they're not doing that shit. The first sign that you trying to do anything that is testing him or emasculating him or being just out of alignment, they're just like, oh, hell no. Because they don't have to deal with that. Because they do have other options outside of black women that they would qualify to be more appealing than black women. So y'all definitely gonna have to come correct dealing with them. I know y'all don't think y'all gonna take that same energy that you're having with black men to other groups of men, and you're not even the first, second, or third choice. I know you don't think that. So you better take this accountability.
Child, can I show you show a little quick clip of this girl's YouTube channel, this Asian chick, and she talks about in North Korea, what happens with the women over there.
Yeah, can you share my screen?
Yeah, I can share it.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to show them this. I'm gonna show them what some of these women around the world, what they go through. Hold on a second.
And y'all give us 791 likes. We can hit 800 for real. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's some real talk for y'all.
I want to show y'all this. This is what some of the women go through out here in these streets. While y'all sit over here and continue to complain. I'm gonna show y'all what some women be going through.
Please, these dictators. So today I'm going to talk about the history of George Squad and what they do.
So let me show you guys. Let me just tell you guys what I'm showing you right now. This is a girl from North Korea. If you guys don't know, North Korea is a dictatorship country. I don't want to say the man name that run the country. I'm scared of him, child. He be getting people missing. So I ain't gonna say his name, but y'all know who the dictator of, North Korea is. This woman escaped North Korea when she was a little girl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In North Korea, let's say that you're married with 3 kids, and one of the leaders says, "I like you," and you say, "Oh, I'm married. I got children." They'll kill your husband and your kids and say, "Now you don't come with me." These women have no say so, no choice in anything. Yet and still, when they speak about their men, they'll never say, "Oh, they're horrible. We're disowning them. We don't need them anymore." They will still stay on code, even though they're being mistreated. Okay. Black women put themselves in situations to be mistreated by men and then sit and complain. Black women put their hand on the fire and then complain it's hot. Okay. You have women over here where their men are really mistreating them and they have no way out of it. They have no way to be saved from it. This video is a clip into, and if y'all want to look more on this girl channel, her name is like Yeomi Park. Go on her channel and look at some of her stories about how women in Asia get treated, okay? North Korea has something called a pleasure squad, which is pretty much like a female branch of their military, where their job is to shuck and drive and tap dance for the men in their military. Their job, they are literally groomed to sit and pleasure their politicians and military groups of men. I want y'all to just listen to a little bit about what other women go through while y'all sit here and talk about how black men oppress us.
How their life is really as a member of Pleasure Squad. So in 1970s, Kim Jong-il, who was trying to be the heir to Kim Il-sung, he first thought of this idea: if I pick some pretty girls and place them, his father, Kim Il-sung, stayed. And then he might find that very pleasurable. So he picked some beautiful women, girls, or a lot of times they were really young girls, and put them in these like resorts that Kim Il-sung visited. Kim Il-sung was so touched that his son thought of Kim Il-sung's pleasure well-being that much, and that's how actually he gave that his successor position to Kim Jong-il. almost Kim Jong-il used this pleasure squad to ensure that his succession.
Now, let me show y'all the ending of this. We're not going to get into this too much. Now, I'm going to get into when she tells you about what happens when they're done with the pleasure squad.
Pleasure squad? Wow.
It's called the pleasure squad.
Important places, all the dear leader, all the high official, and they usually give the pictures of this like a man, and they ask women to choose. So in a way, they don't ask men to choose, but women can choose their.
Hold on, let me pull it back some.
Being a pleasure squad member is done. You are like getting out of there. They think you're too old. So by then, what they do is that they at least give some decency of like picking the wives for these girls, for these women after their service in that group. When they get out of this group, they make, they sign the whole things that I'm not gonna never leak anything that I saw, experience this time. And they usually marry these women, one of the security guards of their leader, one of the guards from these very important places, all the dear leader, all the high official. And they usually give the pictures of this like a man, and they ask women to choose. So in a way, they don't ask men to choose, but women can choose their husband, not based on meeting them, but looking at the photo of the man. So this pleasure squad, I think, is something that not a lot of us like Western media talked about in the past, because it was so unheard of, right? It's like some like many centuries ago, some kings did that.
So I want you guys to understand what just happened here. These women do not have any kind of say so whatsoever. Their men do not give a damn how they feel about something. Their men could give a damn about what their opinion is on anything. And yet and still, do you see how she still spoke very matter of fact and very respectfully? She did not say, they some tyrant dictators, F them, they ain't shit. She don't do that. Because you do not sit and take, no other group of man is going to take you in. These women, the reason why they don't get their ass on the internet and dog their men out is because they know they're the ones, at the end of the day, they're our only form of protection whatsoever. We know we cannot go to a different group and expect them to go hard for us the way they are. Okay? The way these women are treated, that's the way black women act like black men treat us here. It's the most ridiculous stuff I've ever seen. Imagine you become part of the pleasure squad, get taken away from your family. Once they become part of this pleasure squad, you can never speak to your family again.
Wow.
That's it. And the women in their family are struggling so bad where they happily give their daughters because they know that will be better than their everyday living. This is what some women go through, and yet they still don't get on the internet and talk bad about their man. They still are able to take accountability and woman up and take responsibility for themselves. But here we are over here, fat, lazy, and talking shit, and got the nerves to be over here scratching our ass, shaped like a Whirlpool dishwasher, and talking about how our men are so terrible. And then whenever somebody try to speak about you, all of a sudden you roll over and die and do lame ass shame, guilting tactics to avoid that reality.
Big reality check. And shout out to you, Angry Man. Thanks for stopping through. And that, it's an excellent point, and I'm glad that you brought that up and that you highlighted that, because like you said, like we're over here, like for instance, us, what we're talking about, what we do, Six, you would swear up and down we were doing something even worse than what these other groups of people are going through, and all we're saying is to be nice women, be respectful,
go to the gym.
Listen. Eat right, go to the gym,
drink some water.
Drink some water.
Like, damn.
And you can't even do that without them saying, oh, y'all just trying to run us. Y'all just trying to control us. And just like, no, sis, we're just trying to help you be the best version of your damn self. And you can't even do that without somebody saying that you're just a pick-me, you're just a mammy, you're just a black male worshiping bitch. Like, come on, you guys. This is ridiculous. And like my good sis just showed us, like, there's other women in different countries to where they get their entire lives stripped from them. Only thing that they have to choose is from a photo of a husband after they just got done being ran throughs for a few years. Now they too damn old, and now it's like, okay, pick your husband from the security guards that's been graping you this whole time.
And if you ever try to speak to your family again, we kill you and your family.
Right. And so I just don't understand that. Like, you would swear up and down, you're telling these females to do something like that. All you're saying is to be a decent human being that takes care of herself, that understands that there's roles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this at all. You can't even do that. Oh, no, you're just a pygmy. Oh, you're just a mammy. No accountability whatsoever. Whatsoever. Deflecting. And I don't understand this at all. And in our case, 6, we're not even telling them to, deal with guys that are not trying to do for them. You know what I mean? We're saying to do these things with guys that are going to love you, honor you, respect you, take care of you, provide for you. Like, we're saying to do that for them, and they're still like, oh, hell no. I'm my own boss. I don't do that to no man. And I just don't understand that at all. You can't even do that for respectable men that respect you. It's still a problem. And then they swear up and down those type of men don't exist. No, they don't exist for your ass, because you're not trying to be the necessary woman that they are looking for, that they are checking for. So no, they don't exist for you. But had you even just tried, like you said earlier, 6, like a lot of these females are not even trying. Had you just tried to do what's necessary, you could have better results and better options, better things presented to you, better men presented to you. But y'all not even trying to hear that. And y'all will straight band together on some nonsense just to escape accountability as a quote unquote collective. That's nonsense, you guys. It's absolute BS.
Yeah. And my thing is, again, if you do that, you need to stop having sex with these men. You need to stop, sucking dick. Stop doing that. I don't understand. To me, if I know I'm going to still be sexual with a man, still deal with a man, I'm going to make the best out of it. I don't see not one of y'all saying that we going to boycott and protest sex with them. So my thing is, I cannot believe that these women think so lowly of their body that I can give my body to you, but I can't give my respect to you. That's sad to me. I can give you my mouth, but I can't give you my heart. I can't give you my trust. I can give you my twat, but I can't give you your plate first. I will give you my vajayjay, but I will not give you cooperation and submission. That makes me sad, actually, because I'm like, they be the main ones. They'll sit on this internet all day making all these videos about black men. Then at 2 a.m., there's one knocking at their door ready to DM down. That's sad to me. So damn, like, you think so lowly of your body that you're willing to give a man your body before any level of respect and living in unison with him. It honestly made me sad. And I've seen these women literally admit to not trying to be desired anymore, not caring about whether or not they're wanted anymore. It just come off as like so broken and so hurt. And it's like, I think a lot of sisters need to get help. On a serious note, like, some of y'all seriously need to get help, because the fact that y'all giving y'all body away to these same men that you say don't deserve respect says a lot about how you feel about yourself. Yes. At the end of the day, we need one another. There's no way around it. I always see, sisters say, well, if we didn't have black men, what would change? What would we not have? Us. You need a black man to make a black woman. If we did not have black men, we would not have ourselves. You need him to make you. So it really speaks to a self-hatred. It speaks to lack of value within themselves, but I can't see the value. You cannot see the value in a man if you don't see the value in you first. If you sit and discredit the man that is half of you, every black man you talk bad about, there's a black man you came from that is half of you. That energy as a woman, you are literally radiating that hatred and that self-loathing right back inside of your body when you laying down with these men. It makes me sad, and I would like to see more sisters heal and get help for real.
Yeah. And you just spoke so much truth. And that's what I want to touch on real quick. Let's go back to the whole, mammy, pick me, and more specifically black male worship, right? Because again, that's something that I've been getting a lot more lately as far as being called a black male worshiper. How much of a black male worshiper are you that you will condemn these same black men? You won't listen to them, you won't respect them, so on and so forth. But then you still turn around and hop on black penis. How much are you worshiping a black, like how much black male worship is that? To the point to where you hate this motherfucker and yet you just cannot stay off the penis. That sounds like a deep worship to me. It's like, damn, I hate this nigga, but God damn, I just can't stop. Like, how much do you worship him when you still bouncing on the penis, still getting impregnated by the penis, you know, like still sucking the penis, like my sis said, like, sound like to me, you worship the black male more than us. Because at least if we felt like something was not worthy or valuable, we just wouldn't deal with it at all. But y'all have a deeply rooted black male worshiping dilemma to where you can't even let the penis go. Mm-hmm. You bow down to the black male penis. So if I'm a black male worshiper, then I would have to call you a black male penis worshiper. What's worse? Mm-hmm. I digress.
I mean, where is the lie? The lie has not been found whatsoever. At the end of the day, again, it just speaks to, you know, getting on your knees in front of a man is the highest form of submission, to be honest.
And worship.
Okay.
Amen.
Getting on your knees and putting a man in your mouth, it gets no more submissive than that. That's the highest level of submission you can get. So I truly don't get how you are okay with doing that. But you got a problem about showing a man some respect or taking it easy on a damn man. Like, damn, give a man a chance. Like, damn, like, look at the circumstance we in. Like, take a deep breath. Like, my God, can we just chill for a second? You know, hold on a minute. Like, relax,
but
breathe.
No, sis, my good sis, with these same females, again, I just can't let this go. Like these same females trying to twist the narrative and say, I got on my knees to propose to my husband. I was a young little kid being masculine. Y'all getting on y'all grown ass adult knees and you know better. You know, apparently to say that these men ain't shit, you getting on your grown ass black men ain't shit knees and still sucking penis. So I mean, what's your excuse? At least I was young and just didn't know no damn better, being masculine, thinking I'm a boss chick, bad bitch. What's your excuse as a grown, knowledgeable, wise woman to where you getting on your knees willingly sucking penis? Black, like, what's worse? What's worse? A 20-year-old in her masculine energy getting on her knees to give a man a ring, which I didn't get on my knees. I was on some real bad bitch shit. I'm like, look, nigga, here you go, Ray. Like, but or a 45-year-old, 38-year-old, 33-year-old grown ass woman saying these men are so trash, they're dusty, they're broke, they don't do anything, they don't provide, they don't build, they don't do anything for us, they're just trash. What's worse? Your grown ass that have this knowledge. According to you, you still getting on your knees, on your back, on your side, on your head. You pussy popping on the headstand, goddamn me, for a penis that is unworthy. So again, I just need to know, what is your excuse? You know,
like
that's all.
Like the truth is, if we were on here and we were saying, fuck these niggas, girl, you know, get that dick, get that bread, get that head, then leave. Yeah, if we were rotating a new dude every month and saying, I hear them saying, oh, you know, keep a few guys. If we were sleeping with 3 guys at one time and had this guy paying the rent, this man paying the lights, if we had a rotation of penises and we were saying, get what you can get from these men, acting like that sexual, if we were doing that, oh, honey, they would have no problem with it.
No problem.
But when you sit and say, listen, y'all, you know, we here anyway. These are our men, like it or not. This is who it is. You know, they got their problems. We got our problems. If we're going to be here, we're going to go ahead and make the best out of it, do what we need to do. Now, that's the issue. If you're saying, you know what, let's be our best selves to increase. And see, there's this narrative that go around that they try to play with me and say, oh, well, skinny women can get cheated on too. Skinny women can get played too. Listen, that's those dramatic tactics that they use to avoid having to do better. You know damn well what we mean when we say that being your best self, give yourself the best chance for success. Okay. Nothing is guaranteed to where you feel like if you get skinny, you automatically get this. This is that microwave entitled mentality that majority of women have. We're here saying, hey, listen, if these men are sleeping with you and then playing you, sleeping with you and then using you, sleeping with you, then ghosting you and acting a fool, we can show you a way where you can be able to get with men who will actually be in a real relationship with you and treat you right and actually claim you. And in order to do that, those kind of men have requirements. We're saying, okay, these are the kind of requirements that they have. These type of men tend to be very disciplined on their own. That you cannot get a disciplined man when you are large or when you are unruly. He's not going to ask anything of you that he's not giving you in return. So we're sitting here saying, listen, we're listening to what y'all experience is, and we're saying, okay, let's talk about the solution. That's what it really is. Y'all just want to sit and complain and highlight the problem. The minute that somebody come with a solution, now she's a pick me. The minute that somebody come forward and says, no, we as women, we definitely have a competition. Okay. So if you want to win in the competition, if majority of Black women are fat, you got to think about how this really works. This is why I don't, feed into the women complaining. If majority, 80% of Black women are big, that means that leaves qualified good men with only 20% of Black women to choose from, because I don't care what nobody says. There is no quality man of means and resources that is marrying a fat woman, period. The only men marrying fat women are men who are weak or need help, or men that don't want to compete. So if we come forward and we say, hey, listen, if you want this top quality of men, step one is going to be, you need to look good. You need to be disciplined in the way you look. This is how you increase your chances. Now you've put yourself in only 20% of Black women that he has to choose from. Now, out of that 20% of Black women, think of how many of those are retarded or got a bad attitude or don't know how to take care of a man. You can go ahead and knock off a good 10% of them. Then you got to think of how many of those women are gay, are working in sex work. A lot of women, you be seeing these skinny women in sex work because they realize there's not many of us, so they're so retarded. They're gonna say, well, we just gonna go ahead and get paid off of it because these men have to pay for attractive women because so many women are large. So now you take 20% of Black women who are not large, you can go ahead and knock off a good 10% that ain't shit and ain't good for a damn thing and are definitely not relationship material, marriage material, nothing like that. That leaves maybe 10%. That puts you in the top 10% of Black women where it's okay, I'm not big, I got my shit together, I make my own money. That's how you make those type of men step up for you. Then when you say that and say, hey, ladies, we gave you the key, this is how you gonna win. Then it's y'all being a pick me. Y'all act like y'all want to compete for a man. I ain't competing for no man. You can't compete. Because men that want women that compete do not settle. That's why how they be saying with you, D, like, oh, you propose to your man. They be telling me, oh, you a single mom. Me being a single mom doesn't matter. It does not matter. I can still compete, and I don't even need to compete, honey. I already do. I need to do.
She got her man. The fuck?
But the point is, it don't matter. When all y'all are fat with a bad attitude, I can have a child if I want to. I'm still going to win over you because majority of y'all are the same.
Good point.
We are showing you the blueprint. So even though Danica used to be masculine and was on her boss bitch, she was still able to get a good man. Because guess what? The men ain't stupid either. Her husband knew. They put a ring on this because I know how these women are set up. I ain't no fool. I ain't raised no fool. So we're showing you. Y'all think that the minute you fucked up or made a mistake, that's it. It's over for you. We're showing you. You can make a mistake and still win. Because guess what? There is not many options out here unless men want to either get with races of other women, which they mostly don't, or they want to settle with a fat woman. So we're showing you how to compete, how to win, and showing y'all the solution, and instead y'all get mad. I'm done.
Right. I think you deserve a standing ovation. Sis, I'm so grateful for you. You have no effing deal. Okay,
Sis,
I am so grateful for
you're
you.
my soulmate. Like you're
You
just my
really are.
soul
Like
sister.
you are like my spirit animal. Like for real. Like we
No,
were
for real.
designed to
I'm so
be. Like
grateful for you. I'm so
I am so
grateful
grateful for
for
you.
you being in my life. I'm so grateful for you being who you are. I'm so grateful for your love, for your support. Like, I just, I don't even have the words to describe just how much I appreciate you, sis. And no matter how much they try to come at us, because we love ourselves, love each other, and love our sisters, we gonna still keep putting our foot on y'all neck. Y'all can get mad all you want to, but we got real love for y'all. We as sisters
Yeah,
want to see us do better. So y'all can get mad all
yeah,
y'all want to. We still
yeah.
gonna push you to be your best selves, and we still gonna keep our foot on your neck, and we still not gonna sugarcoat. Period.
At all. And that's the sad part of it. And shout out to you, Shay Sade, because you spoke facts. You know, a lot of them do say black male worshiping is basically you being a heterosexual black woman and you don't hate black men. Like that is what it is. You know what I mean? And you know, have accountability. That's just really what it boils down to. And then Angry Man, I saw him gave another donation, and he said something to the effect of, you know, a wife should worship her husband and give him respect, and a husband should cherish her and give her the world. You know what I mean? Like we're delivering to them the balance. We're saying, hey, you get this from your husband in return. You get this from the man in return, but you have to do this first. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're saying. But they don't even want to do that. They don't even want to appreciate and receive the balance that we're offering. It's just like they just have to tolerate me or nothing at all. And it's just like, no, that is not what we're doing. And like my good Six just said, you know, we're still going to love you because we're operating from a place of love. Believe it or not, hate us all you want. Try to shame her for being a baby mama. Shame me for being masculine. Shame me for my tattoos.
Yeah.
Shame her for whatever. You know, we're still going to deliver the same message. We're still going to keep our foot on your necks because we need better. We need to have these conversations so that we can improve, we can evolve, we can grow. You know what I mean? And so that it's going to remain the same, and we're going to keep doing what we need to do because I honestly, Six, like I didn't know how bad it was. I knew it was bad, but it's ridiculous out here. You know the
Oh,
odds that we are against. And so
woo.
that's why I can't help but to say that I appreciate women like you for, you know, trying to speak that truth and not giving a damn about who, you know, you offend or being outcasted or being shamed. Like, and you still stick to the message. That's what it's about because it's the truth. The truth doesn't give a damn. You know, so I thank you so much, sis, for your time. I know you probably got stuff to do. I'm gonna let you get to your man, okay?
Honey,
And,
period. I got dinner. I'm sitting here looking at this dinner I got on the stove, been
yeah, I'm
stewing
gonna let you get
down
to
real
your man.
tender,
You
honey.
know,
Listen, baby girl, we ain't gonna keep. We gonna just keep showing them better than we could tell them, sis. Again, after they sit
absolutely
and say all that, honey, we still over here winning. So, baby, I
winning.
don't know, sis. I said what I had to say. I love you, sis, and I'll be on here anytime you need me.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for showing up and showing out and speaking that truth. That's what we need. That raw, unfiltered, uncut, no nonsense. We don't give a damn. It is what it is. But I'm gonna let
Come
you
on,
tend to
honey.
your son and your man, and I'll see you later. We got some more content coming for you guys. But
Yes.
go ahead, my sexy good sis. I'm gonna
All
let
right,
you
sis.
go.
Have a good night.
You too. Peace. But yeah, you guys, like, I don't understand how you know what we're saying is a problem. It's no issue with us saying these things. It's no issue with us holding you accountable. This is how we grow. This is how we evolve. But yet you have these females out here that will honestly band together and stick together just to escape accountability. I mean, and these could be females that they absolutely know are wrong, and they'll still do their damnness to say, "Oh no, you're not wrong," as long as you know it's going in the opposition of a man, more specifically a black man. They don't give a damn, and that's just so scary, you know. And so this is why we had these conversations, because accountability is necessary on both ends. We cannot be out here trying to hold men accountable and call out what they're doing wrong without being able to take that same energy back and improve upon ourselves, you know. Like nothing is gonna improve that way. If it's one-sided accountability, nobody wins. You know, let's say we have this perfect world, quote unquote, to where all the men just take accountability for their actions and they're, acting as if, we're doing no wrong. Like, it will still get messed up if we're not upholding our end of a bargain. Right? So what use is it for men to do what they need to do if you're not going to do what you need to do as a woman? All we're talking about is balance. All we're talking about is responsibility and accountability. And you cannot even do that today without women just coming down your throat and trying to shame you and ridicule you and talk bad about you and shine lights on, things that you've been through, whatever case. At the end of the day, it's still the truth. And this is how we've evolved and advanced to the positions that we're in today, right? This is how you get a man that provides for you, that sits you down and tells you don't have to clock in anymore. Do something on YouTube. This is how you get that type of man, right? That loves you, that honors you, that checks you. And a lot of us don't understand this. It's love in that checking. When a man checks you, that means that he loves you and he cares about you. So much so that he wants you to do better. He wants you to improve. Right? If a man didn't give a damn, he wouldn't care to try to correct you, to get you to take responsibility or accountability. They just wouldn't be like, oh, well, fuck it. See, we don't even see the love in the checks, in the course correction. I don't get it. I mean, I can only imagine what men are going through when I'm a woman and I'm going through the same thing. I'm a woman and I can't even correct and check my sisters. So can you imagine a man? And so this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're going through. But I'm just grateful that we do have women out there that are being receptive to the information and that are doing something differently to try to, bring forth that balance that we're missing. But honestly, like I said to my good sis, the goddess, like, the odds are against us. Like, we have so much working against us to where it really feels like a losing damn battle, which is why a lot of my brothers are like, I give up, Now, luckily and fortunately enough, I do have some of my brothers that's like, I'm not giving up, on our women. I'm not giving up. I still got faith. I still got hope. But it's a lot of my brothers is like, fuck this. They're not listening. They want to be able to be reckless and still get all the perks, all the benefits, all the rewards. And I'm not doing that. And so I just want you guys to understand what we're dealing with. This is genuine. This is true. This is who we are. This is authentic, raw, uncut, unfiltered love that we're operating from. It's not to ridicule you or make you feel bad or anything like that. If anything, we're trying to do it so that you can get shooken up in order to do something differently. That's all. But it can only go so far, right? It's only so much correcting we can do before it's just like, okay, well, let me move around to somebody who will receive the message. Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of people, a lot of these females today, they won't be saved, quote unquote, right? They won't be corrected. They don't want to hear anything. But the reason why I continue to do what I do is because it is women out there that have hit me up and said, you know what, you helped me turn over a new leaf. And we also have younger women coming up behind us that are looking for that proper guidance. And so that's why I continue. Otherwise, I would be like a lot of my brothers and say, fuck y'all. Ain't no use. Hell, I'm talking to you for. You don't want to listen. You don't feel me. A lot of y'all, it seems as though you're perfectly fine in your discomfort, in your misery. Y'all like arguing. Y'all like being stuck on stupid. Y'all like being combative. But I mean, I'm gonna still do what I do. Like my sis said, we're gonna still keep our foot on y'all necks because it's out of love. And y'all can hate us all y'all want. Y'all can talk shit all you want. We still gonna do what we do until we see a drastic difference and change. But until then, it's gonna be what it is. And again, I'll be a proud pick me, baby. Hold on. I'll be a proud pick me. I'll be a black male worshiping bitch. I'll be a mammy. I'll be whatever. But until I see some changes in the right direction, I'm gonna keep putting my foot on y'all neck, right? So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna get up off of here. My husband's gonna be home later in a few, probably about an hour or so. I gotta get stuff ready for him, dinner ready for him as well. You know, he owns his own business. You know, it's when you see, ladies, you get productive, quality men that are about their business, on their purpose. When you conduct yourself as a woman, that's all we're trying to teach y'all to do is just to be a woman. When you boil it down, that's all it is. But y'all want to be modern day hoes, is what it is. And we telling you, well, you can be that, but in order to get this, you're gonna have to do something. But I mean, do y'all love hopping on trash bag, dusty dick? I guess y'all don't want men that own businesses, that provide for you, that invest into you, that have a savings account, life insurance. I guess y'all don't like men like that. I guess y'all don't want a man that's gonna encourage you or inspire you and motivate you to embark on your own journeys and figure yourself out, help you to evolve. Y'all don't want men like that, obviously. So let me just shut up, which I won't, but I mean, okay. But I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. I saw we had over 900 people in the building. That's super dope with you guys. And again, shout out to my sis, Six the Goddess, for coming through and dropping all these bars for us. And again, I hope you guys understood where we're coming from. We're not trying to, once again, try to hurt your feelings or, do anything to beat you down. We're trying to shake you up so that you can rise up. That's the only mission. That's the only mission. But sometimes you got to give it a little tough love out here now. It's the only way y'all listen, seem like. But I love y'all. I respect y'all. I'll see y'all later. Danica Marie Dope Discussions. We are out. I will list my links to my apparel. So if you want your Proud Pick Me shirt, all right, I do have our Crown Head Nation apparel, okay, that both men and women can go and get. We got a whole bunch of different shirts, all right. We have the Proud Pick Me. We have the Proud Pick Me Lover. We have No Pass Me Chicks. We got Crown Head Nation. We got authentic shirts, all of that. Y'all go check it out. I will list it when I'm done. But I'll see y'all later. I'll probably go live again with you guys on Saturday. We're going to have a tag team with my husband and my homegirl and her husband. It's going to be very dope. And we're just trying to bring some more balance and expose some more healthy Black love out there so that we can, try to fix some things. That's what it's all about, evolving and growing. All right. But I'll see y'all later. I'm getting ready to run my commercial. I'll see you guys later. All right. Crown Head Nation all day, every day. Your little big sister got to go. Much love and peace.
Submission. Okay, let's be honest. We've been programmed to hate that word. Want to change that and tap into your feminine energy at the same time? You can. Introducing Submission is Not the Enemy. A basic yet powerful book written in simple language, practical, and easy to digest. It's your first steps on your journey to perfecting the woman inside of you. Available at Amazon.